Welcome to the night class once again. We're going to do our Chapter 6 practice test. The first 5, you can just do what with them?
Calculator.
Put them in the calculator. Okay, so I'm going to pull my calculator up real quick. And you do negative, thank you, negative 729 to what power?
1/3.
To the 1/3 power. Are there any parentheses on the paper?
No, sir.
So don't put any in the calculator.
That's right.
Okay? We get what?
Negative 9.
-9.
I didn't know how to do numbers second.
Okay.
It wasn't.
Number
I
2.
feel like it got me an error.
Negative 81 to the 7/4 power. So negative 81 is in the parentheses this time. So make sure you put parentheses. To the 7/4 power. Oh goodness. What does it say?
Error.
Error what?
No.
Non-real answer. Why does it give me a non-real answer? Because it's not real. Because we're taking, remember, the 4th, if 4 is in the denominator, that's like taking the 4th root, right? Okay? This first one was like taking the 3rd root, all right? And you can't take an even root of a negative number. Everybody got me? Okay? So for that one, you would put either imaginary or not real, or what do they have on the back? They put not real. Okay. I'm sorry?
No, is it? Never mind.
You can't take the even root of a negative number. It can be odd or even, it doesn't matter. It's the negative part that gets it. Okay? Everybody good on that one? So if you get error, just know that's probably what it means. It's not real. Okay? 9 to the 0 power, anything to the 0 power is
12. 1.
not 12,
It's 1.
but 1. Very good. Anything to the 0 power is 1. 5 to the negative 4 power, 0.0016. You can also hit math, enter, 1/625. It does not say which way to write it, but I'm just letting you know the fraction is probably what they're wanting. Is that what they had in the answers? Yes. Okay. So I'm probably going to give you credit if you put the decimal, but they're wanting the fraction. Everybody good? Okay. And the last one of these, the 5th root of negative 243. All right. Some people don't know how to do the 5th root. So you hit math. This 4 is the 3rd root, but we want the 5th root. So we actually have to go to 5. And then you can put whatever root in there that you want. 5th root of negative 243. Enter. Negative 3. Any questions on 1 through 5?
Number 6.
Can you do 6?
We have number 6.
Oh, I didn't see 6 over there. Sure can. Sorry. 6, 81 to the 1/4 power, which is 3. Sorry about that. Everybody good on 1 through 6?
Yes.
Putting it in your calculator, everybody knows where the buttons are. You got that, Shayla? You good? Sarah, you good? Kyler, everybody? All right.
I was good to took my clothes and all.
I'll give them back.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Number 7. B to the negative 5th power. These are the ones where you have to do what to make that a positive root. Notice it says write your answers using only positive exponents. So where does it go? To the denominator. Okay? So this will become 1/b to the positive 5th power. And that's all you have to do there. Okay? For number 8, c to the 0 is what? 1. Okay, so this basically just cancels out because it's 1. And what do I move with this? Where do I move that d to the negative 2? To the bottom. Do I move the 4?
No.
No, because it does not have a negative exponent. The 4 stays on top, and the d squared moves to the bottom. Everybody good? Number 9. What do I move? Everything.
Everything.
Everything has a negative exponent, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so the bottom will come to the top. 4 to the third, s to the third, over r to the fourth. And then always simplify the numbers if you can. What is 4 to the third? 64. 64, s to the third, over r to the fourth. Everybody good on 1 through 9? Reagan, you good? Okay. Everybody got it? Awesome. Number 10. More of the same here. All right. 2 to the 0 is what? 1. T to the 0 is 1. So, what do we need to move?
The R and the S.
The R and the S. Do we move the 6?
No.
Everybody understands why we don't move the 6? It does not have a negative exponent. So, S to the positive 7 comes to the top. Over 6, R to the positive 6 goes to the bottom.
Wait, isn't the 6 and the S?
The 6 and the S are not connected. They are multiplying. Had it done this, had it been 6S in parentheses to the negative 7 power, then you move both of them. You got me? Okay? But it doesn't do that, so the 6 stays put. 11 starts 11 through, what is this, 20? No, 11 through 18. You're just doing your properties of your exponents, okay? So what do you do with the exponents when you're multiplying like bases? Add. 7 plus negative 10 is what? Negative, so that's b to the negative 3. But I don't want to leave my answer like that because I want positive exponents. So what would my final answer be? 1 over b to the third power. Excellent. Okay? Power to a power. What do we do with the exponents? Multiply. So that's x to the 4 times negative 8 is negative.
32.
And again,
1 over.
don't leave your answer like that. You want it 1 over x to the positive 32 power to make it have a positive exponent. Everybody good there? All right. 13. On top, we're going to add those. So 7 plus 2 is what? 9. So that's a to the 9th over a to the 3rd. They're still like bases, but now we're dividing. So what do we do with the exponents? Subtract. 9 minus 3 is what? 6. And we put the answer where? On top or bottom? Where do we put a to the 6th? On the top or on the bottom? On the top. Why? Because the 9 was bigger. Okay, because it's pi. A to the 6th. All right. 14. Here, let me scoot it up a little bit. 14. Everything gets to the third power. Okay, so what is negative 4 to the third power? Negative 64, and then s to the third. Do I move that? I have 1 yes and 1 no. You said yes. Why do you think you move it?
No. Keep it the same.
Why? What would have to be negative for us to move it? The exponent, okay? 64 is not an exponent. 64 is just a good old number, okay? So we don't move things if they're negative just because they're negative. We move them if they're negative what? Exponents, and this is not. This is a positive exponent, okay? So you keep it the same. How about 9d to the negative 4? Well, I'm going to make it positive by putting this where? On the bottom. So 1 over 9d to the positive 4 power. And then I say 9 to the 4th power is a really big number. I'm not sure.
6,560.
61, is that what you said?
Yes, sir.
And then d to the
Four.
fourth power. Okay, make sure that one's right. That is correct. Any questions? I moved it first, so my negative exponent becomes positive, and then just do it. You do bring the 4, what do you mean bring it with it? To the bottom? Yeah, because that's what the reason we're moving is to make that 4 what? Positive. Okay? Here, everything in here goes to the third power, so that will be r to the third over, what is negative 3 to the third?
Negative 27.
Negative 27. Do I need to flip anything?
No.
Nope. It stays just like that. Okay? Nothing as far as exponents negative there.
Just do
3 to the fifth power. Don't say 3 times 5. 3 to the fifth power. 243. Power to a power, what do we do with the exponents? Multiply. So 35. I can almost guarantee you somebody will mess up and either multiply the 3 and the 5, okay, or they'll say 7 to the fifth power. Understand, the number is going to the fifth power. The power and the power you multiply. Okay, two different things. Everybody good there? All right. Here, how can we make this positive? What do we need to do to our fraction?
flip it.
Just flip it. So this becomes 3c squared over 4 to the sixth power. And now we take everything to the sixth power. So what is 3 to the sixth power?
729.
And again, power to a power,
12.
we multiply, so that would be to the 12th power. And then 4 to the sixth power is 4,096. Okay? Questions on 11 through 18? Everybody good? All right, let me erase this, move it down a little bit. 19 says find the indicated nth root of A. So here's what root they want, and here's what we're taking it of, okay? So it's the what root?
Third.
Cubed root,
Cube.
or the third root of negative 343.
Negative
And from there, you just do what?
Put it in your calculator.
Put it in your calculator. What is that?
Negative 7.
Negative 7.
Yeah.
Any questions? Okay? Quite a few calculator problems here. Just got to make sure you write it down correctly. Everybody good? All right, 20.
Not real.
Look at you. Oh, I thought you were on to something. 20 is real.
No.
It's the what root?
4.
Fourth root of
200.
256 is not negative.
It equals 4.
So you can get this one. It is positive or negative 4.
Don't worry.
I
Okay?
don't like you either, but here we are.
Positive or negative 4. Again, you have to put the plus or minus because you didn't have the radical there to begin with. You put it there. Everybody got me? Okay? Now, Leighton, the square root of negative 36.
Not real.
Not real. You cannot take an even root of a negative number. Okay? Any questions? Everybody good? 22, 23, and 24 are also calculator problems. You just got to plug it in correctly.
Beautiful.
So in your calculator, you're going to say 8 to what power?
Second.
The second power. You just plug it in.
6. 4.
And that's all there is to it. For 23, same process. F of x equals negative, parentheses, 6, to the second power.
Negative 36.
It is incredibly important that you put it in your calculator exactly as it shows here, okay? You put negative, then parentheses, then your number, then close the parentheses, and then square it, okay? You should get negative 36. If you mess up and happen to put that negative in the parentheses, it's going to give you positive 36, which would be incorrect. So everybody understand that, okay? Make sure you put in your calculator exactly like it is on your paper. 24, we're going to say 1/9
Thank you.
times 729 to what power?
4/3.
To the 4/3 power. Okay?
700.
And I'm saying f of x here. I shouldn't be saying. What should I say here? It's not f of x, it's f of what? What do we plug in for x? 3, 4/3. Okay? On 23, what do we plug in for x? 2. So it should be f of 2. That's a little thing, okay? I'm not going to mark off, but I was technically writing it incorrect. So what is 1/9 times 729 to the 4th power?
700.
Or 4/3 power, I should say.
700.
729 is correct.
So the number did not change.
It actually did not change at all. You're right. Okay? Questions on 22 through 24? Everybody good? Tomorrow.
Yay.
Determine whether the function represents exponential growth or exponential decay, and then you have to identify the rate of change. Okay? So, 25, is that growth or decay? How do you know it's decay?
I don't know, I guess I'll
4/5 is what? It's smaller than 1. If it's less than 1 in the parentheses, it's going to be decay. You with me? Okay? So this is exponential decay. And then my rate of change, what do we have to do? We had to say 1 minus what? 4/5. So put 1 minus 4/5 in your calculator. And you get 1/5, which is 0.2, which is
20%.
20%. So it is decaying by 20%. Okay? How about 26? It is exponential growth.
You have to put the exponential part.
I would appreciate it if you did. Okay? Now, notice, what am I not even paying any attention to? The 0.45. Or in 25, I didn't pay attention to the 9. Those do not matter. It's only what's in that parentheses. Okay? How much growth is happening here? This one we do 1.1 minus 1. What does that give me? 0.1, which is what as a percent?
10%.
10%. Okay?
Got you, coach.
10%. Any questions on those? Notice when it's growth, you say 1 minus the number. When it's, excuse me, I said that wrong. When it's decay, you say 1 minus the number. When it's growth, you say the number minus 1. Everybody with me? Okay. 27. So quick test.
What?
Growth.
Decay.
Well, on these 3, remember we have to do a little fixing first. Okay? We have to change this to 2 times 1.15 to the 1/4 power to the t power. Okay? You have to take that exponent and move it inside. Everybody with me? All right, so what is 1.15 to the 1/4 power? Put that in your calculator and tell me what you get.
Don't you say it, Trinity. No crap. Say it, Trinity.
Oh, that's a long number. I think I did wrong.
We're going, no, you're good. We're going to simplify 1.036.
Aha, right.
Okay.
I had it first.
1.036. If you look at your answers, they put 1.04, so they rounded to the second decimal place. So I'm going to switch mine and do it like they did, okay? Are you going to get it wrong if you round to the wrong one?
No.
No. Just make sure you round to something, okay? It doesn't tell you what to round to, so I can't very well mark it off if you round to something different than they do. You follow me? But they round to the nearest hundredth rather than the nearest thousand. All right. So now, what is that going to be? Growth or decay? Growth. And do we have to tell what the rate is?
No.
We don't. So we're done. Okay. Exponential growth. If we did have to tell the rate, what would the rate have been? 4%. Okay. You got that, Ethan? Awesome. All right.
That's
28. We're going to do 4 times 0.93. And what do?
I guess I'm all about it.
Move that 2 inside the parentheses. Okay. Move the 2 inside the parentheses and then simplify again. So what is 0.93 squared equal to?
0.86.
0.8649. So we're just going to say 0.86. Okay. Growth or decay? Decay. Exponential decay. All right. And then the last one, or the last one of this type, 29. If they're adding or subtracting here, do I have to worry about changing it? No, it will not change this part. So this is exponential what? Growth.
It's the fact that I guessed on all these and I.
Katrina, you don't admit that.
30. Our last one.
Your A is 6,400.
This is the one. It says the interest is being what? What's the key? What's the key word? Compounded. So this is, you're going to have to remember this. It's P 1 plus R over N to the NT power. Okay? So put you a little star by that or something, because you're going to have to memorize that to do the last problem. All right? P represents our principal, or how much we invested. How much are we investing here? 6,400. That's our P. Okay? 6,400 times 1 plus R is our rate.
0.07.
That's 0.07. 7% is 0.07 divided by N. N is the number of times it is compounded per year. So, semi-annually means N equals what? 2. Annually means 1. Okay? Semi-annually means twice. Everybody got me? What if it said monthly?
12.
N would be 12. What if it said daily? 365. What if it said quarterly? 4. 4 times in a year. Okay? N is the number of times you're compounding it per year. Everybody with me? So, N is 2, and then to the T power.
It'll be every 3 months.
So, all we have to do after this is put this part in my calculator. Okay? And simplify. So, Y will be 6,400 times something to the T power. 2T power, excuse me. So what is 1 plus 0.07 divided by 2? 1.035.
Get Miss Bucker.
She's got it.
She's on my cell phone. She always on her cell phone here.
She's probably checking your grade. Even better.
That's worse.
Any questions on 30?
No, sir.
All right. Hope this video helps you guys at home. Study hard. See you next time. And as always, stay above the line.